Welcome, everyone. My name is Megan Mary, and I am an international best-selling metaphysical author, dream worker, and host of the Women's Dream Enlightenment podcast. I'm also the founder of Inner Realms Publishing, and today is a very special gathering dedicated to women readers and women dreamers everywhere. Today, we come together to honor the power of dreams and story, both of which have profoundly inspired me in all facets of my work. We are here today to celebrate the exciting launch of my second book, The Dream Mirrors, a metaphysical mystery of magic, book 2 of the Witches of Maple Hollow trilogy. An autumnal cozy mystery which blends metaphysics and dreams in a fantastical tale of identity and illusion. But before we dive into the celebrations, I'd like to take a moment to talk about something deeply meaningful to me, dream work, and why it holds such powerful importance. Dream work is more than just remembering what we see when we sleep. It's a practice of listening to our inner selves, of uncovering hidden truths, healing wounds, and tapping into the wisdom that lies within each of us. It's a tool for growth, insight, and transformation, a way to connect with our intuition, our creativity, and the stories we carry. Understanding our dreams allows us to connect with a higher self, and in doing so empowers us to move through the world with more clarity and purpose. So before we begin the festivities, I want to shine a light on this beautiful, mysterious, and transformative journey that has inspired not only my life, but also the heart of the dream mirrors. So what is your relationship with dreams? 1, I don't remember them. 2, I sometimes remember them. 3, I keep a dream journal. Or 4, I have done dream work. All right, some have done dream work. As we journey into the mysterious world of dreams, it's important to remember that dreaming is a deeply human experience, one that connects us through all the shared rhythms of sleep and subconscious. Remarkably, we nearly spend a third of our lives immersed in dreams. Every night we enter the inner realm, and we spend about 5 to 7 dream cycles, with dreams lasting anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes each. Yet despite how frequently and vividly we dream, most of these experiences vanish quickly. Within the first 5 minutes of waking, nearly half of our dream content fades. And in the end, we tend to retain only 5 to 10% of what we've dreamed. These fleeting visions, like wisps of memory, dissolve in the morning light. However, these fragmented moments hold extraordinary depth. Dreams are rich with symbols, emotions, and unconscious truths that can offer powerful revelations if we take the time to notice and interpret them. Through their messages are often hidden beneath layers of imagery and metaphor. They carry the potential to illuminate our inner worlds in profound and transformative ways. Dream work can be therapeutic. It is powerful and often underestimated. And I call it the pathway into the inner world, which you can consider a sacred space. It's where the subconscious speaks in symbols, stories, and emotion. Rather than just nighttime curiosities, dream can serve as mirrors, reflecting our own deepest truths, hidden fears, and unresolved experiences. When we engage with them intentionally, we begin a journey of inner alchemy, which can allow us to transform emotional blockages, make space for healing. Exploring the rich symbolic landscape of our dreams allows us to not only process difficult emotions, but also to awaken our creativity. Dreams offer a limitless realm for imagination to run free, a place where ideas can be born untethered by logic or constraint. In this space, our creative selves are not just expressed, but expanded, illuminating hidden desires and giving voice to parts of ourselves that often go unheard. But dream work goes beyond emotional healing and artistic insight. As we unravel the layers of meaning, we develop greater self-awareness and a deeper capacity for discernment. This inner wisdom doesn't just stay in the dream world, it translates into real life, enhancing our ability to solve problems, make empowered decisions, and move through life with a greater understanding. So it really becomes a life skill, a compass for navigating the unknown. And it invites us into a lifelong conversation with the self, the one that leads us through healing, authenticity, and a more awakened way of being. In the world of dream exploration, analysis acts as a compass, helping us to navigate the rich symbolic terrain of the subconscious. Just as analysis in its broadest sense involves breaking down something into the essential parts to understand it, dream analysis is the unpacking of the imagery, the emotions, and the narratives in the dream to reveal their deeper connection to our waking lives. Dreams speak in a symbolic language all their own, and within them, every character, object, setting, and action is a reflection of our inner landscape, pieces of our memories, desires, fears, and unresolved experiences. But rather than relying on a one-size-fits-all interpretation or a generic dream dictionary, true dream work invites us to build our own symbolic vocabulary, which is rooted in our own personal context and emotional resonance, which I call our own dream lexicon. So by thoughtfully examining those elements and reflecting on how they relate to our own life, we begin to uncover the messages from our subconscious, which is trying to communicate to us. And this process allows us to see what is hidden and bring us into greater alignment with who we truly are. Now, ideas drawn from quantum theory offer a fascinating lens through which to explore dreams. Concepts like superimposition, entanglement, and the possibility of parallel realities are rich metaphors for understanding how dreams transcend linear time, ordinary logic, and fixed identities. In spiritual terms, quantum often speaks to the vast interconnectedness of all things, which is a reality beyond the limitations of time and space. From that expanded view, observing a dream can alter its meaning. Just as in quantum physics, when we observe something, it changes. The same thing happens with dreams. So when we engage with our dreams, it begins to shift our consciousness. And in doing so, also shifts our waking reality. Dreams can very well be parallel realities or alternative versions of ourselves, trips into the multiverse of different dimensions. We can also visit spirits who have passed on within our dreams, as well as encounter guides. There's also the notion that the dream state allows the mind to access deeper layers of quantum consciousness. The dreaming brain can hold contradictory realities all at once because it's a surreal, non-linear place. And in lucid dreaming, the dreamer becomes a conscious participant, expanding their awareness to deeper truths. So the messages we receive in our dreams, they can arrive as impressions, symbols, or sudden knowings. These transmissions are obviously less about a linear narrative and more about intuitive downloads from a deeper source. So when we view dreams from a quantum spiritual view, they're actually a bridge between the subconscious and the superconscious, which is that timeless place of knowing where we are free from our physical form and more aligned with our higher self. After many years of study of philosophy, psychology, metaphysics, and esoteric wisdom, I devised my own method of understanding dreams, which I call the DreamMirror Method. It is 4 steps to self-discovery. Once completed, you will discover your unique dream meaning. The 4 steps are memory, mood, mirror, and metaphor. Memory is where you recall your dream in as much detail as possible, leaving nothing out. No detail is too small. Also, pick a title for your dream as if it were a story. Mood is where you record, highlight, and focus on specific emotions and feelings before, during, and after the dream. The mirror is where you explore specific aspects and parts of your dream, such as the symbols, people, places, situations, etc. And if we're working together, I serve as a mirror to your dream rather than a dictionary. I work to reflect back to you from your own words everything described in the memory and mood steps. And together we pull out the symbolism presented in the dream and mirror them from your subconscious to your conscious. The metaphor is where connections are created between the memory, the mood, and the mirror to your waking life. We decode the story your dream language tells as a metaphor for your waking life. Or we listen to the message from the higher self and universe. Finally, we combine the memory, the mood, the mirror, and the metaphor to arrive at the ultimate meaning of your dream. I warmly invite each of you to explore this practice for yourselves and begin engaging more intentionally with your dreams as you reflect on their symbols, emotions, and hidden messages. You may uncover surprising insights about your inner world and life path. This personal exploration can lead to profound self-discovery, clarity, and even unexpected moments of transformation. Now, for those of you who love to learn and explore while reading and find the metaphors of story a powerful catalyst for transformation, I put my method into a cozy autumn mystery, ripe with dreams, self-reflection, identity, and illusion. And I am thrilled to share the second installment in the international best-selling Witches of Maple Hollow trilogy, The Dream Mirrors. It's Mercury retrograde again on the island. Hannah Skye and her Aunt Julia are hosting an exclusive dinner party at Skye Manor to celebrate the opening of the 999 portal. But something goes terribly wrong, and dinner guests are disappearing faster than Hannah and Julia can search for clues. Madame Morgan is in danger, and visiting Jezebel has unearthed something she didn't seek. A new sinister force is at play. Hannah will need all the help her animal spirit guides can offer, along with her trusty dream journal, to save her friends and unravel the illusions of what we see and what we don't. Exploring the metaphysical themes of duality, portals, identity, mirrors, and reflection, this supernatural fall-themed fantasy weaves dreams and mystery into an enchanting tale of magic and self-discovery. Released today with a whopping 429 pre-orders, and over the course of the last 6 months, the Dream Mirror has become an official Amazon bestseller in the New Age Dreams category, but also in the teen and young adult visionary metaphysical fiction, women's inspirational spirituality, and as an Amazon hot new release. A surreal, enigmatically layered exploration of identity, beauty, and the illusion of reality, The Dream Mirrors offers a fresh twist on the engaging tropes of good versus evil, fated destiny, shifters, secret powers, race against time, spirit guides, talking cats, and dream interpretation. It is an immersive and atmospheric read for all ages. Reminiscent of childhood fables and fairy tales, The Dream Mirrors teaches us how to understand our dreams while reminding us that true wisdom and beauty come from within. Weaving astronomy, numerology, and mirrors, step into the fantastical world of eternal autumn, Maple Hollow, and the ancestral mystery of Skye Manor, a sanctuary for personal transformation. Delving into numerous esoteric topics, themed explored include commentary on ideological and cultural perceptions of beauty, numerological spiritual significance, metaphorical analysis of perspective, reflection and illusion, reinvention of psychological dream theories, astronomical phenomena and quantum physics concepts, and themes of insecurity, vanity, and the transformative power of ego death. And here is what readers are saying. Megan Mary's The Dream Mirrors, the second installment in the Witches of Maple Hollow series, weaves a lush tapestry of metaphysical intrigue, dream walking, and small town witchcraft. Blending cozy mystery with supernatural depth, this novel invites readers back into Maple Hollow's enchanted world, where dreams are portals and mirrors hold dangerous secrets. With its haunting dreamscapes and charming coven dynamics, The Dream Mirrors solidifies Meg and Mary as a standout voice in metaphysical fiction. It's a must read for those who crave magic that lingers, both in the pages and the subconscious. Sarah Jensen. The Dream Mirrors is a testament to Mary's talent for blending the ethereal with the real in a way that feels both grounded and otherworldly. What starts as a quiet unraveling soon pulls you into haunting dreamscapes, layered emotions, and the cozy yet enigmatic charm of Maple Hollow. I absolutely loved it. Bookish Bourgeois. Much like peering into one of Hannah's mystical mirrors, looking beyond the surface reveals a rich, absorbing narrative. The Dream Mirrors is a thought-provoking blend of magic and introspection, perfect for those who love their fantasy layered with philosophical depth. Before we get to our special guest, I want to take this time to offer a heartfelt thanks to my amazing street team of 28 women who I could not have done this without. Shout out to them and all of my reviewers that have spent their time in Maple Hollow and come back with stories to tell. Now it is my privilege to welcome the award-winning narrator, Pearl Hewitt, to read Chapter 15 from The Dream Mirrors.
Chapter 15, The Journal, September 11th, 2009. When Hannah woke up, it was still dark. She could hear the chirping of the crickets outside and knew it was still too early to get up. She told herself she should just continue to rest, but her mind was running full speed. She'd placed a pen as a placeholder inside her dream journal, which held open the pages where she last left off, so she wouldn't have to fumble in the dark to find it. She didn't want to turn the light on, which would awaken morning chemicals that would wipe the memory from her mind like a swift wind, vanishing it all in an instant. She wrote down her dream as fast as her hand could, trying to keep up with her fading memory. It is in those wee moments at the break of awakening that we can harness our dream's secrets, Morgan had told her. We cannot rely on our long-term memory. Dreams are fleeting and must be captured with intent. You will see, the more you practice, the more you will remember. Hannah found she was right. She used to only remember the recurring dreams she had about the pumpkin patch, which started long before she came to Sky Manor. But now, having discovered so much about herself and living with the magic of the island and the manor, she knew there was so much more to discover about her dream world. She was always anxious to find out more. She had once asked Madame Morgan, "If dreams are so important, why do we forget them so easily?" To which Madame Morgan had replied, "Therein lies the mystery, dear. Dreams are there for us to discover. It is our duty to harness them. So much of what we need to know is hiding in plain sight, but standing behind the veil of perception, an illusion of inaccessibility, cloaking our very ability to access the knowledge. There is no need to fear this, but never relinquish your quest to harness it." But what if Morgan had begun to relinquish her quest? What if she had stopped harnessing her dream knowledge? The word illusion echoed in Hannah's mind. Morgan had also told her that the right dream journal would be her companion, standing at the doorway between the worlds, and her confidant, listening intently to the whispers of the recesses of your mind. She said the journal would hold safe her deepest thoughts, and that the puzzles the mind hides could be revealed through this process. Hannah knew that she had already started the crucial process Morgan spoke about, that she was opening the veritable doorway to her dream world. She was inviting in all that might be present. She was inviting in all that might present itself to her in the darkness of night and the pale light of morning. She was ready to have more of her secrets revealed. She had discovered so much about herself, but she still knew there was always another deeper layer, and she was eager to see what was beneath. As she wrote in her journal, no light entered the room. Hannah's hand passed over each page, fingers nimbly guiding her pen, her eyes closed. It was as if she was channeling a message, auto-writing the wisdom from beyond. She knew there was little time to spare, and she couldn't mince words or concern herself with typos or phrasing. All that mattered was that she captured the world she had just been in and the messages it held. Therein lay all she needed to know.
Thank you so much, Pearl, for sharing that. I feel it's so relevant to what we've been talking about today, and there were so many passages. I absolutely love the work that you did on the audiobook, and I just feel that it brings a magic and life to it that I I don't know that the paper just doesn't. So
I loved reading it, and I love engaging with the cats in the dreams, and I love everything about it. So I can't wait to do the next one. So
awesome. Awesome.
thank
Thank
you.
you. Next, we're going to do a little bit of behind the book before we do the giveaways. So I want to highlight Melissa Rankin, who has provided the illustrations for both books so far in the trilogy. The design you see here, she initially created for book one, but once I wrote book two, I knew it was perfect for the story, and if you've read it, you will know why. Another behind the scenes story is that in the early morning hours of mid-January, the planets of Mars, Venus, and Saturn aligned in the sky over my house. And a few hours later, my husband and I experienced what could have been a devastating and tragic fire with heat intense enough to shatter mirrors. It is only through my husband's quick thinking, heroic efforts, and courageous action, and the protection of our spirit guides, that our home and our cats, Merlin and Milu, were saved, allowing this book to survive as well and be published for you all today. And Merlin and Milu are characters in the book and are real life cats. Now for some trivia. Feel free to pop your answers in the chat. How many chapters are in book two? 9, 29, or 31? Yes, very good. The answer is 31, of course, since the entire trilogy is fall themed, and book one and three are set at Halloween, my favorite holiday. How many dreams are in book two? 3, 9, or 13? The answer is 13. The mirror image of 13 is 31. Dreams are hard to count because the scenes shift, and does that count as another one? And there were some that got cut. This is true. All right. Next is what celestial and atmospheric phenomenon occur in book two? Full moon, eclipse, solar storms, aurora borealis, Mercury retrograde, or moonbow? Yes. And Mercury retrograde is correct, but they are all correct. So all of those phenomena occur in book two. And the series and the entire trilogy takes place at Mercury retrograde. So that is definitely a main theme as well. It is considered a time for endings and closures, letting go of old habits and cycles that no longer serve you. Spiritual awakening, heightened intuition, connection to guides, or higher consciousness. Preparation for a new chapter, creating space for new beginnings after shedding the old. So, are we ready to see book three?
Yay.
Presenting the Dream Dimensions, the final installment in the Witches of Maple Hollow trilogy, will arrive this October. During a magical ritual, Hannah Skye receives a prophetic message. She then encounters a series of 7 riddles, which lead her to discover that there is more to her ancestry than she thought. But someone has been following her, lurking in the shadows. As Hannah begins to unravel the mystery behind what really happened to her parents, she faces a force greater than anything she's ever imagined, that is bent on destruction. If she doesn't solve the riddle by Halloween night, her legacy will remain locked forever, and someone else may die, maybe even her. A Tale of Ancestral Healing, this fall-themed final installation of the Witches of Maple Hollow trilogy blends time travel, astronomy, alchemy, and dreams to illuminate the dimensions beyond time and space. In the coming weeks, I will be making several guest appearances. On June 25th, I will be presenting at the International Association for the Study of Dreams annual conference on dreams as sacred portals, unlocking the path to spiritual awakening. And I will also be appearing on the Bookable Space podcast, Voices in Our Heads podcast, Miles Beyond the Page, and Authors Alcove. If you are in the Pacific Northwest, I am hosting an in-person author signing event Saturday, June 7th at Barnes & Noble in Idaho Falls and Winnie and Mo's Bookshop June 11th. And now for the giveaway. We have over $100 in prizes today. Well, I'm giving away a Women's Dream decoding course, a paperback copy, a dust jacket copy, and an audiobook. And all of my street team members are entered into the raffle as well, so you have tough competition. All right, so the first spin, here we go, for the Women's Dream decoding course. And the winner is Izzy. She will be receiving her free access to my self-paced dream decoding course after the event. Next, we have the paperback copy. Jenny is the winner of a paperback copy. And next, the really nice dust jacket copy. Lee wins the dust jacket copy. And lastly, the audiobook. B, you win a copy of the audiobook. All right, so where can everybody find the book? You can buy signed copies and all formats directly from me at meganmary.com, as well as at libraries, independent bookstores, and online retailers around the globe. If you don't see it, request it. Wholesale orders are also available. The audiobook is currently available for purchase on meganmary.com and will be available on Amazon, Spotify, Apple, Google, Chirp, Everand, and Kobo on or before June 11th. Get your exclusive signed copy today at meganmary.com and stop by the store while you're there and grab your dream journals, cozy blankets, pillows, candles, and more. Virtual dream sessions are now available at meganmary.com. And here is what someone recently said about their experience after doing Jungian analysis for 2 years with an analyst. Your session was exponentially more informative and empowering than my time with her. Just wanted to share the gratitude for your practice and method, Emily. Self-paced dream courses are also available at meganmary.com. Harness the transformative power of your dreams and learn the steps you can take each day to connect with your higher self. And finally, listen to that inner guidance of your dreams in less than 10 minutes a day. Join me every other Wednesday for dreams, deep discussions, and stories of spiritual awakening. Voted Best Spirituality Podcast 2025 by Player FM. If you are watching this replay, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, as well as follow me on social at Megan Mary Author, on Instagram, Threads, X, TikTok, Pinterest, and YouTube.